Hey there, it's Bobi aka Paginator, and this is day 31 of Craftoween. Ah! Okay, we're gonna dive into our last advent calendar poll, or at least for now. We're gonna go through the rest of them later. We have a ghost. So here's for roll number 1. 4 is spiders and webs, or webs, spiders or webs, and or. Roll number 2, 4. Oh, we got 4 on both of them. And 4 here is identification card. So spiders and or webs and identification card. Okay, I have taken a little time to make something, and it's going to be something that I'm going to share with you as a freebie. So I have made this little template of an identification card, and it's got some staining in the background. I've also made a version that's just a white background with black writing, and you can find both of these as a freebie in my Kofi shop, which is going to be linked in the space down below. I printed these out pretty large. I also, just to show you, you can print them in other sizes as well. What you'll get if you get the freebie is JPEG files, and I find that those are easiest to resize. But I'm going to be using this size, and I'm going to cut out 6 of these. I'm not sure if I'll end up putting 6 into the journal. These are going to go in my creepy journal. If I was going to do the cutesy journal, then I would have come up with a different background, something a little bit more along the lines of a cute clip art, or like purples and greens that we see a lot in that journal. So let's cut these out, and then we'll move on to decorating and picking pictures and all that good stuff. Before I get too excited about this, I just set up my Instant Pot with some chili, and I need to make sure that I set it correctly, because it seems like almost every time I use it, I forget something, and I just want to make sure that it's cooking. So my plan right now is to choose 6 characters to make for these ID cards, and I have these photo strips from Louisa Heinzel that are specifically Halloween characters, so I think it would be a shame to not use some of these. These are just a teeny tiny bit bigger than the square here. That's not a problem. If I had printed this a little bit larger, they would have fit right in, but I wanted to make sure that these would fit in the pages and, you know, all that good stuff. So we're going to pick out some, and we're going to start with this young man here. Recently, I listened to an audiobook called The Tearsmith, and there is a video, or a movie version on Netflix. It is in Italian and then dubbed over in English, and I will say, as is usually the case, the book is way better, but this picture, this man is quite gaunt looking. His cheeks are kind of sucked in and stuff, and he reminds me of the male lead character in that one, which is named Rigel. This looks like an owl with human hands. It might be a consideration for an interesting character. There's a lot of witches in this set that Louisa made, so that might be good. This one might be kind of fun, although there's 2 characters in it. There's a little person in a creepy mask behind her. I'm going to set that one to the side, and we'll think about it. Let's see. We've got this lady that's got a pumpkin head. Let's pick her. Maybe this skeleton with a witch's hat holding a flower. Another skeleton with a top hat and a very dapper suit. I keep looking at this young lady with the big hat on, and we're going to put her in, and we're going to pretend like she doesn't see the person behind her, the creepy child in the creepy mask. And we've got a spot for one more. We could do a cat. Let me kind of come back to the beginning. I'm thinking about this old man right here with the long beard and the wizard's hat. Now I'm actually going to pick up the photos and set them off to the side for now, because I want to do some stamping on these before I glue down the pictures. I have my StazOn ink here, and this is StazOn Jet Black. This ink smells gorgeous. Like, almonds, I think. Like, yeah, almond extract particularly. Um, let's see, we're gonna do some stamping. I also have some of this beautiful tape that we can use, and some other ideas. So I'm gonna grab some stamps. I have some different sets to choose from, but my go-to set is usually the Field Notes set by Tim Holtz. Some of the stamps don't stay in the set very well, but they're in my stamp box next to me. Do we want... Got my stamping block, and we're just gonna start stamping some identity numbers onto these cards. Now there's no way, because of the size of the stamps and that kind of thing, that all of these numbers are gonna fit exactly, and I'm 100% loving that, because then it's not perfect, and I don't want things to look perfect. I haven't really walked you through what all is on my ID card. I looked at a lot of different ones, and there were several that were super cute that I could have just bought on Etsy, but I wanted to make my own because I had a specific idea in mind. And what we have, of course, is the square for the picture. There's a place that says signature, expiration, name, identity number, gender, date of birth, address. Now, I'm probably not going to be able to find stamps for most of these things, although there are people out there who make stamps. Like, I was watching a video by Seven Plaza, Margaret, just today, and she got a stamp set that was specifically for making ID cards, and the artist who had created the stamp set did like name signatures and stuff. It was really cool. But what we're gonna have to do is get creative. So with the pictures that I picked out, we had 3 male and 3 female characters. So I'm just gonna do little writing on here with my Sharpie pen. Now this one doesn't want to write very well. I have another one. I'm just gonna do M's on 3 and F's on 3. I realize that we're living in a non-binary world sometimes, but these characters are going to have genders because I've already written down the letters. I want to do some other stamping on the ID cards before we fill in the rest of the information. Alright, next thing I'm going to add is a stamp that says identification check, and then we're going to add an agent number. So all 6 of these characters, we're going to start building a story. They are all coming through this identification station on the same day, and they're in the same line being checked by the same agent. So they're all going to have the same agent number on their ID cards. Let's think more about what kind of place these characters are going. Because they're Halloween-ish characters, do we want to invent a fun place for them to go? Are they going to Halloween Town? Or are they from Halloween Town going to another place? Are they all on, like, off on a vacation together, like in Hotel Transylvania when they went on the cruise ship? Let's say they're going on vacation together. We haven't decided for sure where, but they're going somewhere on vacation. So we have our agent stamp here. This is Agent 1929, and just for fun, their agent stamp is going to be in carved pumpkin. Because we're using so much orange in that journal, I just thought it would be fun to add a bit of orange onto these ID cards. Now that we've decided they're traveling, it would be good to look at this stamp set. This is Tidbit CMS 488 by Tim Holtz, and it has some travel specific ones. So there's for example, this is excursion. That might be good to put on there. We have indicate and passport for travel abroad. We have some item numbers. I don't think we need those. Let's see. Let's do the excursion stamp because I kind of like the idea that they're being given a special pass to go on this excursion. Maybe they all live in a place like Halloween Town where Halloween creatures and characters live, and they get to go on an excursion into a different world for the weekend or something. And let's say that they have to come back after Halloween. So let's make their expiration date November 1st. And what year should we pretend like we are in? Which one of these is the good pen? Neither of them are great, but let's see. Let's go 11, 1, I don't know, let's just do 24. Let's do this year. So they have to come back tomorrow. And now we need to start thinking about these individual characters. So I'm going to place the photos back here. We have our ladies on this side and our gentlemen on this side. Let's start with date of birth, maybe? Now, do we want these characters to have been born a long time ago, so much so that they couldn't possibly be still, like, regular living characters? I'm doing air quotes with my fingers here. Or do we want to assume that they live in a place like Halloween Town where you're just born into whatever creature or character these kind of people are? I think I like that idea better, because I'm loving the idea of Halloween Town. I don't know. I'm not trying to steal from that, but similar concept. So this guy looks like he's about, let's say he's 22, so he would have been born in 2002. Holy crap, that makes me feel old. And let's say that he was born, he's gonna be born in March, so let's give him birth date of March 14th. And this guy, his hair's getting white, so he is a bit older. What if we have him be born in like 1950? So he would be about 74 now. This guy's quite a bit older. He's approaching his 102nd birthday, so that would mean that he was born in 1822. This lady with the pumpkin head, I'm imagining her to be the age of like a young mom. So maybe let's say she's about 28, so that would put her at being born in 1996. This skeleton, she's holding a flower, and just the style of her dress with the lace trim and the pleated gathers at the sleeves and stuff, she looks to be quite young. She's making me think like Laura Ingalls, Little House on the Prairie. Let's make her about 13. So she would have been born in 2011. And let's say July 27th. Oh, we made her 11 years old, not 13. That's okay. And then this young lady, she's also got that young teen vibe. Let's put her as being born in 2010, so that would make her 14. For the address, we don't have enough space to write out an entire street address. So let's see. Do we want to write Halloween Town? For lack of a better idea, that's what I'm going to put. Just Halloween Town. How did these 6 characters get together? We have 2 quite older gentlemen, a young man in his 20s, a young mom in her late 20s, and then 2 young girls. I don't know. Ooh, just had an idea. What if they're all going on a birthday excursion to celebrate his 102nd birthday? And they will be joined on this trip. Let's say they're going on a cruise ship, like for Halloween Town creatures. I don't know. Let's say they're going on a cruise to celebrate great-grandpa's 102nd birthday, and the rest of their family and friends will be joining them. So these are the 6 that were kind of left behind in town to make sure everything was okay. Sure, this sounds like a great story. Up next, we need names for our creatures or characters. I keep saying creatures, but some of these are human. Let's start with the young man. He's going to be called Rigel just because he reminds me of that book character, but I am going to give him a different last name. So we'll print it here, and then we'll do a signature. So Rigel Jones, just because I can't think of another good last name. And that'll be his fancy signature. This young man looks like a Howard to me, or young man, older gentleman, whatever. His name is going to be Howard Bones. So apparently all the last names rhyme with each other. Jones, Bones. I promise I'll think of some good ones. I'll try anyway. Okay, what about this fellow? Okay, so he was born in 1922. That doesn't really help me. We're not going to name him Albus because even though he's an old wizard, we're not going to name him Albus. He's going to be called Festus. Longshanks, because for some reason my British history kicked in and I remembered the name of a very vile king named something Longshanks. But this guy isn't vile, so I don't know why I thought of that one. And he's going to have one of those signatures that you can't read anything. It just is vaguely resembling letters. Bring down our young mom, and she, even though she has a pumpkin head, she is a delightful and sweet lady. But I am going to give her a name that's going to remind me of Dwight Schrute from The Office, because one of my very favorite things of all time from The Office was when Dwight had the pumpkin on his head for Halloween. So we could do something with a spin on Dwight, or Kurt, which is his middle name. Let's name her Kurta. Kurta. What the heck? Let's call her Kurta Schrute. Our little skeleton gal with the flower. I did say she reminded me of Laura Ingalls Wilder, so let's give her the first name of Laura, and then let's give her the last name of, let's give her like a Puritan last name, Goodman. Wasn't there like a bunch of like Goods and Goodmans and stuff during the Puritan times? Sure. I should have made her cursive a little bit more wonky since she's a young child and she probably hasn't learned a whole lot of cursive yet. And our last character that needs a name. She, like, I know you can't tell this because this camera doesn't focus in on things that it zooms in on very well, or I'd show you close up. She's got a look in her eye like she is up to no good. Maybe is about to go do something she shouldn't, and maybe this little girl is going to try to stop her, even though she's dressed really creepily. Let's name her Sinistra. That sounds like sinister. Sinistra. I feel like her last name should also start with S. Sinistra something. Sinistra Sanderson. And I also gave her kind of a scribbly signature, because she is like reaching those teen years where she's trying to like explore her identity, and she's got to develop her own way of signing her name. I think we're ready to glue down the characters onto their cards. These are all glued down, and I did ink around the edges of the cards as well. I'm gonna get some of this tape, if I can get the end of it pulled up. So on Rigel's card we'll put one kind of like that. Piece of tape will be maybe like coming down over this part. Her tape's gonna be holding her photo right there. She's got some there. Festus, he's had his identification card for a little bit longer than everyone else, so his actually got ripped. Oops. In a couple places. Alright, we'll put Howard's piece of tape like this. By the way, if you like this tape and you want to get some, I got mine from the Etsy shop Inky Finger Society. It's the same Etsy shop that makes my coffee dyed library card pockets that I put in my journals. So they're a fun shop to go pick out things from. Our next question is where to put these into the journal and how to put them in. Do we just put them in a pocket? Do we make tuck spots, flip outs, some kind of accordion thing? I don't know. Why don't I know? Because I don't know. I hadn't thought this far ahead, okay? This is going to be another occasion where I need a brain break, and the last time I took one, it worked out really well. So I'm going to go maybe have my dinner, because my chili's done, and think about this for a bit, and then I'll be back to find a place for these in the journal. So after a break, I decided that I'm going to make little folios for each of the ID cards. This is what I saw Margaret or Seven Plaza doing in their video when I watched earlier. So I have 6 of Louisa's backgrounds, and I've cut them down so that they're 5.5 inches tall, which is the height this way of our cards. And we're going to do some scoring. So these will be like kind of like they're the outside of the passport case, and we're going to hope that my scoreboard behaves itself today. So I'm going to try to score lightly because this is thinner paper. I'm going to score at 1 inch, and then I'm going to go to, oh, that's a little bit past 1 inch, oops. Okay, I need 3.5 inches to fit the card. 1, 2, 3.5, plus I need to go like that. And then we're going to do the same there, so that's going to be 1/2, 1, 2, 3. There. Unless I've really screwed it up, this space here should fit our ID card. Aha! Alright, we'll put some other stuff inside here, but the ID card will be on this part. This will fold in and over, and this will be the closure here. Alright, so I'll do the scoring for the rest of those pieces, and then we'll fold them with this out of the way. I went ahead and inked up all around these on both sides, and I'm going to glue the ID cards into this panel for each one. I wanted to make sure that this character got a background with sunflowers, or flowers at least, on them. They look like sunflowers. So we'll put her there. That's our Laura Goodman character. And then I'll just kind of pick and choose which other ones I want to go where, I guess. So I decided to do a little bit of work off camera. I've got some scrapbook paper that looks like old vintage documents covering the inside panels. This one's a little bit short, but we're going to make a little pocket here and then a corner tuck spot on this one. So I thought I'd do that part on camera. I know this video is going to be super long. Anyway, it's turning into quite the ordeal. So we're going to start with some scraps from the leftover backgrounds that we used for the actual folio. So I think I'm gonna tear these into just triangle tuck spots, and we'll put them in this center bit right here. This piece actually looks much more interesting, so let's use that one instead. and we will ink it up a little bit. And then we'll take something from the same background piece to do this little pocket here. I'm going to eyeball it because I am tired of fighting with the paper cutter. So as our Halloween Town characters go on this trip, not only do they have their ID cards, holy cow, why is this sliding everywhere? Usually this glue grips and holds fast. As I was saying, as they go on this trip, they will have their ID cards and then also a place to tuck in their tickets and other, little papers they might need. So a side pocket here and a tuck spot there. And then this is going to fold over, and this goes like this. This is the front side. We will need to figure out how we're going to put these in the journal. Do they need a closure, or are they going to loop over a page? But that will be our next step. Let's continue to do these things in the other ones. Here's my thought for next steps. I think that these should be kind of just hooked onto a page, and we've got 6 here, and we have 4 signatures, so I can do 1 in the first signature, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. Does that add up to 6? 2, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, that's math. Ta-da! I think we finally finished day 31. I don't even want to think about how long this video is going to be, but guess what? It's going to be longer because we have unfinished business to take care of. So, there's 2 items of unfinished business, so let's get into those straight away. Item number 1 is we got to open the rest of the Nightmare Before Christmas mystery figures. So we're just going to go straight through. This one, you can see the package is already ripped open, and we've got an Oogie Boogie that is black with a white smile and white eyes. I've got several Oogie Boogies now. Let's see. I'll put them on this side where there's a little bit more light. Another one of Shock. Another orange pumpkin head. Ghost. Jack! Finally! There you are! A jack-o'-lantern with a kitty popping out? This looks familiar for some reason, but I can't think of why. And a skeleton dude with a trick-or-treat bucket, maybe? Sally! Yay! Alright, another jack-o'-lantern with someone popping up out of the top. This one looks less familiar. Another Oogie Boogie. Come out! a jack-o'-lantern with a witch's hat. And we're on the last row here. A skull and crossbones with a pirate headband. Okay. Jack pulling a face. A ghost popping out of a jack-o'-lantern. And the final one is another Jack, this time with a purple cape. So that was our first item of unfinished business. Our second item of unfinished business is the giveaway. I mentioned at the very beginning of Craftoween when we did, I think actually when we did the first giveaway, that there would be a giveaway at the end. So I'm not even going to put giveaway in the title. Only those people who watch through this video are going to find out about it. Okay. This is our giveaway prize. It is the cutesy journal that I've been working in. I will be adding some lace on the spine, but otherwise you'll get it as it is. I may include some extra goodies and things to play with, but I'll just kind of flip through this while I'm talking about the giveaway. This is going to have lots of room for you to create in, and I know by the time you're seeing this, like, it is Halloween, and so you might not want to create in it till next year, but that's okay. There are some pages that are done by me and lots of room for you to add your own stuff. So this is what's going to happen. If you would like to enter, oh, it makes me sad I'm giving away this page, but oh, it's okay. It's okay. I can make another one. Anyway, if you would like to enter to win this journal, you need to comment in the space below, and you need to include the words Craftoween and giveaway in your comment somehow. So you have to include Craftoween and giveaway. I will be filming the giveaway video on November 9th, and it will post on November 10th. So again, you have to comment in the space below with the words Craftoween and giveaway. I will film the giveaway on November 9th, and it will post on November 10th. And the winner will get this journal. I'm sorry, I am limiting it to US only. It's just a financial thing. I can't afford international shipping. Oh, I have to give this page away too. It's okay. It's okay. I'm self-soothing. And this one. I am going to be sad to send this away, but I'm also excited for whoever gets it and hope they really enjoy working in it. So, one more time I will review. You have to comment with the words Craftoween and giveaway before November 9th, basically, because on November 9th I will be filming the giveaway video, and it will post on November 10th. In that video, we'll see who won, and they'll be able to contact me and claim their prize. And again, it is US only. If you are a scammer watching this and you think it would be a great idea to contact me and say, oh, I'm the winner that you picked, please send me money. It's not gonna happen. Don't waste your time. That's happened a couple of times to me now, and I am freaking sick of it. Anyway, I hope that you guys have enjoyed Craftoween in this series. I have had so much fun doing these videos, and I am definitely, at this point anyway, planning on doing Craftoween again in 2025. So it's never too early to start giving me ideas. If you have suggestions for next year, please let me know. And that being said, I'm going to wrap up this very long video and say, have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading, crafting, or journaling. Adios!